Hey guys, welcome back. And firstly, apologies for lack of videos. We've had a combination of reasons. I came down with a really nasty cough. It was a dry cough, but for week 1, I was just completely taken out of action. Week 2 felt better and did get back onto the van building, but well, actually I've still got it. Takes your breath away, and I've had this now for about 3 weeks. Other than that, I'm fine. We've actually finished the van that we were working on, so we're going to do a van tour in a second. Customer's already actually been, and I've recorded a customer reaction, which is going to happen later in the video. Said we were up against it, sort of trying to get it finished. So let's take a look at this van. So I'll start with the outside. We've gone with another electric step. We've got a water filler back here. We put a reverse camera on for him, and then he's gone for an electric hookup this side. Chosen the motorhome windows because they're quite flush and you get the built-in blinds and fly screens with those. There's the customer, which you'll meet in a bit. Again, apologies for the lack of recording, just ridiculously busy at the moment. The last van we did actually overrun, which made this one then sort of be late, so it was like the focus was really to get this van done, because you know, at the end of the day, customers have got to come first. That coupled with me being ill just, yeah, completely wiped us out. So let's take a look inside. One thing I really like about the van to start with is nice open space again. We got the fixed transverse bed. This is a 1200 double, and he's gone for the USB lights. We got carbon monoxide alarm and fire alarm up here. He's gone for a SkyMax but here, which is done by the same company as Max fan, which he has at the front. So we've got the Max fan here, and then the customer wanted the slats on the ceiling, and he just wanted them between the skylights, which I think looks really good. Wall cabinets all across the top. The other thing the customer wanted was as many drawers as possible, so I don't think I've done as many drawers as what I've done in this van. So we got 3 drawers here, cutlery drawer there, another 3 drawers here, and a drawer for like pots and pans under the oven. And they're all nice and deep, nice and easy for him to get access to. He's gone with an oak worktop, and then he's also gone with a Thetford triplex oven. So you've got your oven and grill in this bottom section, and then for the top section he's got 3 burners, and then that acts like a splashback as well. But this has also got the automatic shut off, so say you had a burner on and you close this lid, that will actually cut the gas off. Normal LED lights under the 2 wall cabinets, and same electrics as I normally do. You got front and rear skylights here. This one is for the under wall cabinets, USB and a 230 socket, and same this side, 230 socket, USB, light switch for the under wall cabinets, and his water pump. Max fan remote by here. Swan neck tap with the pull out, and that's got the shower on it. I don't know if he's got stuff in here. No, this is still empty. So you got the waste that goes down to the underslung waste tank, and then he's only got a cold system in here. He's got no hot water, so we've just capped the hot water off, because sometimes on taps the cold water pressure can actually recirculate and leak out of these, so we just cap them. And then under the bed he's got a little cupboard where he's going to be putting his toilet. So he's having like a bivvy toilet, and that's been made to measure. The normal Adventura fridges we've been using, because powered by LG, plenty big enough for one guy. He's also gone with lino on the floor. He's got his bench seat in by here, and his electrics diesel heater sectioned off under here, and you can see his diesel outlet just by there. And then he's got some more controls by here. So he's got his diesel heater and his water. So he's got 3/4 tanks of water, and again the one on the right will tell him when his wastewater tank is full. Up front, because the bench seat bulk is by here, this one doesn't swivel, but his passenger seat does, so he got 2 choices of seating areas. And we've also done some blackout thermal curtains for him. We haven't actually got any hooks for these tie backs, but they're going to be tied back nicely, sort of like that. Same on the other side. And then up front is, this is his reverse camera, but this is ignition live only, so that will show whenever he turns the engine on. This will come on, but he can turn it off while he's driving as well. So that's done there. So yes, been an absolute manic build, but we finished this yesterday, which is when the customers come picked it up. He's taken it out for the night and stayed at a local pub stop, had a meal last night, camped in here, and said very comfortable, and he hasn't broken anything, which is a good start. So up above the bulkhead, he's got plenty of storage up here as well, and we do these nice little sort of side panels here just to box it all in nicely. He's got something up here, but there's another one just for there as well. And that is another van done and dusted. We've got underslung gas on this one, which his filler point is just down by here. Now that still needs to be tested, so he's getting that tested locally. And then in the garage, got his spare wheel and his suitcase. He wanted a 230 socket, which we've got in. At the back, we've got the water pump and the expansion vessel with an isolator just by there. We've done the garage light switch just here. And then by here, his gas is coming up and going over to his oven. He's got an isolator by here. This is just to protect the gas, because there's like a cross member here, a chassis member. So this is, the pipe actually comes out to the floor, but here you couldn't get it any physically closer sort of inside. So rather than just have pipe here exposed, we've just put this protector on it so that he can't damage that. And then we've done our door cards. And these are the motorhome windows inside, and you can even lock these handles with the little red switches here, so you can't open them. So this van's probably taken us about 3 weeks, but it was prepped in the other bay, so we did have all the insulation was done, all the first fix electrics was done, carpeting, all the ply lining was done, and it's then come over to this side to do sort of second fix electrics, and obviously all the furniture building, water systems, all the underslung tanks. But that is another van done and dusted. We've also made some changes to how we're building stuff. So external corners now have the alley posts, and we've also lifted the cupboards off the floor. So there's a 60mm height here, and we've done this for a couple of reasons. First reason is, you know, your feet aren't going to scuff those doors. If you've got slippers or shoes on, you're just not going to be marking those doors. Secondly, you don't want the doors, you know, if you've got anything on the floor, those doors are going to be very, very close to the floor if the doors go all the way to the floor. So it's like, right, that's another good reason to sort of raise it. And also then, if you're sort of coming up to them, you know, your feet can go sort of up them, and you can just get a little bit closer to that worktop if you're cooking or whatever. So I just think it looks nicer. We've also changed the frontals so it's more of a flush look, and we now have dedicated end panels on, as opposed to using the end of the last cupboard as the end panel. And again, that's just to help maintain the flush look across the front. We are in the process of trying to design a system for the wall cabinets to have a look more like this, but I also want to be able to do it where we've got the motorhome stay hinges, because I do like that when you open it, it will stay up. Whereas I've noticed a lot of them, unless you put a piston on, that they just flap back down, which I know from experience where we did it on our crafter, that was just a pain in the arse. So yeah, we are working on some designs for different way to do the wall cabinet so that we can get the cupboard doors to be more flush then with the front. But say a couple of obstacles: the top of the carcasses have to be scribed to the ceiling because there's a curve, but you've also got to do it with the back of the carcasses where they're going against the walls, so you're sort of scribing in two areas. So we're working on that to see if we can get them to be a little bit more flush in future builds, but that's what I say, a work in progress. Again, oak worktops, done a nice chamfer on those, and then a bull nose for around the sink. This is a Smeg stainless steel sink. I think it's 400 by 350, because this kitchen this side is a bit shallower than the kitchen this side, so we wanted to find a nice deep sink where it's actually going to do its job, but would also fit and allow space for us to get an inset tap in as well. The other thing we've also done, so this is actually the lightweight ply, the unlaminated one, and we've actually stained all this. So the customer asked if we could stain it all for him, so it was just done and it was ready. And as you can see, it's made the grain pop out absolutely lovely. So yes, very happy with that, and that was the van tour of this 2-berth Boxer that he's now ready to go off on his adventures. Now we'll go over and we'll look at the customer reaction. So Dave, my customer, has just arrived and he's about to have his very first look inside his new van. So Dave,
thank you.
There's your keys.
Is it out? It's unlocked.
It'll be locked at the moment, so I've just picked Dave up from the train station. This is outside because we've just given it a nice wash. Bottom one, that's it. And then for this, for the step, you got a switch down there, up for out.
Lovely.
Should we get you some lights in, yeah? So all your lights will be here.
Yeah. Fantastic. Look.
A lagoon table. Now this can be adjusted up, down, and as you know, you can swivel it all around.
Yeah, it's fantastic, Steve. Love it. Love the tiles as well, because that was a last minute
change, yes.
Yeah.
Well, you said to me about 2 weeks ago, didn't you? You really liked the Porto look.
Yeah.
And we found some in grey that match the style of the van.
Slats look good as well.
Yeah, your ceiling slats.
Bed, cupboard for the porta potty is good. Yeah, nice. Very nice.
Let's get you some more lights in, yeah. So you said you wanted drawers.
Yes.
Now I literally couldn't given you any more drawers because you got 3 there.
Yep.
Cutlery drawer there.
Yeah.
You got 3 there. Now I did tell you that was going to be a cupboard last week, didn't I?
You did, yeah.
I changed my mind.
Alright.
I know how much you like drawers.
Yeah.
And Dave's opted for the triplex oven. So it's got the built-in hob and oven and grill.
Fantastic.
Looks pleased so far, but just like the last one, I need to give Dave a proper tour of it, so I'll pick you guys up in a bit. So Dave's had a good look around, he's put some of his stuff away, got his bed set up. Now you've had a chance to have a good look around, what do you think?
I absolutely love it. It's a fantastic job, mate. Yeah, well pleased.
So,
looking forward to getting out and about it now.
yeah, he's like a big kid. So Dave's a fisherman and he just showed me his collection of rods. It's disgusting. He could open up a shop with the amount of rods he's got. But yeah, he's got some good fishing trips planned for this and a bit of Europe.
Yeah, a bit of Europe. Hopefully Spain for the winter.
Yes, love Spain for the winter.
Yeah, I don't like the cold.
Right, something else we've also got is we've been waiting for these for a little while, and it's samples of like fabrics. We like the carpets and the tongue and groove, they're alright, but I think you can have too much. So we've got a selection here. Now we can use these on walls, ceilings, we can do surrounds for like skylights, or we can actually use it on bench seats, front seats. But I'll show you some of the selection we've got. So we've got all these sort of different fabrics, patterns, styles. So these are sort of all the embossed sort of stuff, and there's a few more. They look really, really nice, and I think these could add a lot more variation to sort of the vans. And then just normal sort of textiles, you can use all these different sort of, I don't know if it's like a corded sort of stuff. And we got like a, it's not leather, it's like a fake leather stuff. And then you got patterned fabrics. Some of them are a little bit extreme, but I'm sure there's something in there for everybody. But really it was just to show that we can do more than just carpet or tongue and groove or Solway. You know, there's so many different layers we can put onto walls, splashbacks, ceilings, door cards. And I said you can also do, like, you know, if you've got a skylight, what you can do is do sort of a surround of it, just a little bit bigger than the skylight, and have it fabricated in something like that. We'll just add extra features and just make it look a little bit nicer, sort of break it up. And you might have noticed on that van, we've gone with like a Porto sort of splashback, and that was in grey, so it did tie in nicely with the van. Lots of choices. Choice is good, I think. It just helps diversify what we can do and what can be done. So you ready to head off now, Dave?
Yeah.
already.
Back home.
Long drive for you this morning, but it's quite early, isn't it? So fingers crossed the roads will be nice and quiet for you.
Hopefully. But you can never tell on the English motorways.
No, that's also true. So guys, hope you enjoyed this video. We're going to definitely be getting some more back out there for you guys to watch. Until the next video, take care guys.